Hello, welcome to KMVC News. I'm Mateus Mourinho. The Missouri Valley College cheer team had a long season, but all the hard work paid off. KMVC's Ben Boyer reports the feelings of excitement about a cheer team winning a national championship.
The Missouri Valley College cheer team captured their third national championship, winning the 2018 NAIA competitive cheer competition on Saturday, March 10th.
No, it still doesn't even feel real. I'm really proud of them and I'm excited for them. It's something I never got to get in college. I wasn't even close in college. Gavin, the assistant coach, he at least got close, so I don't even know what it feels like. But it's really special. It's cool to do it with these kids, and they worked their butt off. It was a very hard year for them, so this reward was extra sweet.
Coming out of the preliminaries, the Vikings were outscored by the Oklahoma City Stars, finishing with an 89.12 to the Vikings' 85.47.
It was the second time that they've hit their routine in competition. No falls, no touchdowns and tumbling, and to add to that, we were really getting support from the rest of the teams. We were down there watching all their other routines, so we already kind of had a little bit of fan base after that first routine, and after we did so well, we could really feel the love from other teams, so we felt pretty good going into day two.
They finished the final round with a score of 86.47 points, pulling ahead of the Oklahoma City Stars by just over a point. Missouri Valley has won two other national championships, once in 1999 and another in 2013. Benjamin Boyer, KMVC News.
Missouri Valley College's Burns Athletic Center has been flooded with spring sports teams this semester. As KMVC's Ember Tabling reports, Valley spring sports teams struggle to practice and compete outdoors due to an abundance of rain.
The Midwest weather is hindering Missouri Valley College athletics this spring semester. The large amount of precipitation is flooding the MVC campus, fields, courts, and courses.
We're down 3 games on the year, unable to make those up. Practice-wise, yes, it does hinder our practice on being on our field.
Even preparing before the rain hit couldn't stop the amount of standstill water that would stay after the storm.
You know, currently we have our field tarp, which helps the infield dirt, but it doesn't specifically help the outfield when you get 2.5 to 3 inches of rain on a day when it's supposed to be drizzling.
Along with baseball, the Vikings tennis teams are struggling to prepare for matches more than once a week.
We had, I think, around between 3 and 6 practice moves because of the weather. We usually practice inside when it rains out our practice. Well, luckily, we just had one match rescheduled.
The men and women's golf teams have faced setbacks because of the weather.
The rain has affected our season pretty bad. We haven't been able to practice very often. Most of our practices get canceled, and it's pretty hard to practice golf indoors. So we haven't been really prepared for a lot of our tournaments just because our practices keep getting canceled. No tournaments canceled, but one did get moved because of impending weather.
Baseball, golf, and tennis are all set to be on track to play by the end of this week. Amber Tabling, KMVC News.
MVC softball, golf, and men and women's lacrosse have been affected by the rain as well, but are all scheduled for competition later in this week. 3 years after helping Missouri Valley men's basketball team reach the NAIA National Tournament for the first time since 1961, Andre Scott steps into a different role. KMVC's Bobby Collins reports that this time Scott is taking the reins of the women's basketball program.
Missouri Valley College women's basketball program moves in a new direction this offseason. The athletic department promoted Andre Scott to head coach for the upcoming 2018-19 season. Scott is a Valley alumnus who graduated in 2015 and is excited to coach for his alma mater.
It's definitely a blessing for me, having played here for 2 years and making some history on the men's side, and trying to bring some knowledge and some experience to the women's side. I think there's a lot of upside to it, and I'm ready to start making some national tournament appearances and some conference champion titles.
Scott takes over for Tim Dixon, who was in charge of the program for 3 years. Scott was offered a coaching job at Wentworth Military Academy and Junior College, but the school closed down before the 2017-18 school year. Scott was offered the chance to be an assistant coach for the Missouri Valley women's program.
I think this year I definitely learned a lot of things that should be done and a lot of things that shouldn't have done. I think that's just part of coaching. I think my biggest focus is trying to turn the program around and really make it a true family atmosphere and get the girls all on one page to have one common goal to win.
Valley finished 14-16 and 7-12 in the Heart of America and looks to return 9 players and 3 who gained conference honors. Scott becomes the youngest women's coach in the Heart of America Conference. Bobby Collins, KMVC News.
The women's basketball team started postseason lifting and conditioning in order to prepare for the 2018-19 season. After receiving NAIA national attention in the fall of 2017, the Missouri Valley College men's golf team is off and swinging this spring. KMVC's Victor Casey reports on how the Valley team plans to shoot past their conference.
Head coach of the men's golf team, Jordan Dixon, has his golfers aiming high and knows getting through conference is the first goal they want to achieve.
For our sport, it comes down to conference. If you don't win conference, you don't go. So that's what we're trying to focus on with the men, is getting in those tough competitions. And we're also trying to focus on telling them, we're not saying when we get to conference. It's not when we get to conference, when we get to the national championship. So trying to, instead of hitting our top of our ceiling at conference and starting to hit it at the national level, that's what we need to start looking at.
Valley has came in 4th in 6 out of 12 teams in the last 2 invitationals. They believe there's room for improvement.
We played solid down in the one down in Alabama. It was a tough course, but I think we ended up coming 4th, and we didn't play that great as a team, so we showed potential, you know.
But we still beat every other team from our conference, so that's a good sign. And I think if we keep working hard on our game, we can be hopefully successful for conference.
Hamish Gorn was named Men's Golfer of the Week in the Heart of America Conference, finishing 5th in the individual standings at the Spring Break Invitational. Victor Casey, KMVC News.
The men's team next invitational is the TPC Deer Run Invitational in Silvis, Illinois on March 30th. As the season starts to change, so does the sports season. KMVC Troy Jones reports on how Missouri Valley College seniors are giving it their last shot.
Missouri Valley College men's and women's basketball team showed love and respect for its 12th senior Vikings as they played their last home game in a Valley uniform.
I felt good. Like, it was exciting. I liked the crowd. I like to see fans and familiar faces in the stands.
The stands in the Grover C. Redford Gymnasium, located in the Burns Athletics Complex, was filled with fans and family that wanted to see the Vikings seniors perform in their last game.
Just to go out there and play the best I could. I know I had no pressure because it was my last game.
Both of Valley's basketball programs walked away with wins over Avila University. First was the women's winning their game 76-71 in overtime, followed by a 75-71 win for the men.
I'm glad we won. That was a huge thing, especially since it was Avila, and last time we played them during regular season, we got blown out by 20 points. And so the fact that we could come back and win it was definitely a big thing at senior night. The
men's basketball season ended with a loss to Graceland University in the Heart of America Athletic Conference postseason tournament quarterfinal round, bringing their record to 17-14 as the women's team finished the season 14-15 after a loss to Clark University in the opening round.
It was just good just to really have them there, like me not being in Chicago, me being in Missouri all the time. They really don't get a chance to see me play.
Basketball's always been a big sport in my family, so just being able to play one more game and just have my family watch me and support me was just a huge deal.
As their collegiate career comes to an end, new opportunities await. Troy Jones, KMVC News.
College is an important part of young adults' lives. With school comes some fun on the side. Missouri Valley brought in some insight to help students realize that having fun is okay, but so is being safe. KMVC's Shane Clare reports on the safety of alcohol.
I like to know what you know about alcohol. How many people are knowledgeable about alcohol? Maybe you tried it once, seen it once? Thank you for being honest. That's good.
The Missouri Valley Division of Student Affairs brought in some meaningful entertainment for the students last week. They brought in Keith Carcutt, a hypnotist from upstate New York, who focuses on the importance of alcohol consumption and to make good choices.
Okay, I was working with the counselor, Teresa Siselski. We wanted to find a fun way to bring alcohol awareness, but also make it fun so the students would come and enjoy the performance. So I found Keith with Neon Entertainment, and he ties together his hypnotist performance with alcohol awareness, and really helps to drive that home for the students.
Carcut has traveled to 40 different states in his 30 years of hypnosis career. He explains a message that he tries to get through and why he chose this profession.
The reason why I do this is when I was in college, we didn't have programs. It inspired me to put this program together many years ago, and since I've been doing it over the years, it's given me a lot of rewarding experience talking to students and knowing that we've hit them. And that's what we're looking. We're not a point fingers at you kind of a speech. We're just here to give a message that, hey, it's okay to drink, but if you do drink and things get out of control, you have to take action and protect each other.
Missouri Valley was very happy to have Carcut and hopes to see him back next year. Shane Clary, KMVC News.
The Black Student Union finished off Black History Month with the 3rd annual Soul Food Night. The event brought in students and staff from the past and present. The night was filled with food and entertainment ranging from singing to the cha-cha slide. Paintings of love filled the room while the staff and students socialized the rest of the night. That's KMVC News for this week. Thank you for watching. I'm Mateus Mourinho.